I'm Rachel, and welcome to Short and Sweet Yoga. Today, we are going to be targeting our shoulders, upper back, and part of our chest. This will be a short flow, but a great flow if you sit in front of the computer all day, or you're driving, or you just have a tight shoulders and upper back like myself. So we're gonna start in an easy seated pose. So if you have a towel, you can grab a towel and turn on some music and we will get started. So make your way to an easy, comfortable seat. I'm going to start facing you and then transition to my normal setup on the mat. So I will be mirroring you right now. Roll your shoulders up and back a couple times. Still loosen it up. And then roll your shoulders a few times forward. And then just up and down a few times. We'll start with your hands on your knees and flip your palms. Close your eyes right here, just a few breaths, just to settle in. Try to maintain your breath in and out through your nose throughout the whole practice today. Your breath will help you find a little bit more depth and a little bit more length in your body. It'll help you soften into the stretch and into the poses as well. Just stay here for a few more rounds at your own pace, breathing in and out through your nose. Start to flutter your eyes open. Get with a breath in, reach your arms up overhead right away, drop your shoulders. Then lower your right hand down to the mat, reach up and over with your left arm. Try to rotate your left shoulder back to the back of the room and relax your right shoulder down. Your eye gaze can go up to the ceiling or down to the floor, whichever feels best on your neck. Breathe in as you lengthen, then exhale, hold it here. And breathe in back through center, stay on this side. Bend your left arm behind you, touch your back. Use your right hand to add a little bit more into your tricep. Try to stay nice and tall. Breathe in, full breath out. And go for one more round. Try to pull your stomach in so you're not arching and pushing your rib cage out. Take another round of breath in, full breath out. Good, release your hands back to your knees, roll your shoulders, and we'll switch sides. Breathe in, reach your arms out and up. Good, this time exhale, left hand down, reach up and over with your right. Soften your left shoulder, pull your right shoulder back, and find that sweet spot with your eye gaze, whether it's up or down for your neck. Find length along your right side as you push both sitting bones down, pulling your belly in again for the last breath in. Full breath out, lengthen, stretch a little bit more. Good, with your inhale, come back through center, stay on this side. Bend your right elbow this time, reach your palm down your back. Take your left hand on top of your elbow to find more depth and lengthen your tricep. Hold here. You can even push your head back into your forearm to find more stretch. Breathe in, full breath out. Good, one more. Awesome. Then slowly release. Go back to those shoulder circles, up and back, forward a few times. Good, now transition into your tabletop pose. You can just roll it forward or swing your legs off to the side. This is when I'll switch back to my normal setup. Right here, tabletop. Shoulders right over your wrists, hips over your knees. Go for a few rounds of cow and cat. Breathe in, drop your belly, pull your shoulders back actively and look up. Then exhale, tuck your chin and round your back. Go on your own for a few rounds of breath here, just like that. Exhaling to push the ground away, breathing in to drop your belly. And meet back in your neutral spine. Tuck or bring your fingertips rather back to your body. So your forearms and wrists are to the front of the room. Right here, stretching out your wrist. Just as much as it feels good, send your hips towards your heels. Really feel that nice stretch through your forearms. If you type or at the computer all day, this one will be difficult, but it'll feel good. So keep at it. Push all 10 fingers into the mat, including your whole palm. Keep it here, come back through neutral. Go through 3 rounds of cow and cat with your hands in this position. Breathe in, drop your belly, shoulders again draw back, eye gaze up. Then tuck and round with your exhale. Good, 2 more. Last one. Good, then release back to your tabletop pose. You can take a few wrist circles. From here, we're going to find downward facing dog. So maybe walk your hands slightly out in front and look at your palms. Spread your fingertips out nice and wide. Then tuck your toes under, lift your knees, and send your hips up and back. You might need to pedal your feet out a few times just to release your hamstrings. But right here in your down dog, think, push your chest towards your thighs and relax your head. So your head is pushing through the window of your arms, pushing through your hands, your fingertips, like you're pushing your mat to the front of the room. You're sliding it forward without moving it. Hold for a breath in, full breath out. Good, now bend your knees, walk your hands to the back of your mat, all the way at the back. Good, you're in a ragdoll pose here. Stomach touches your thighs and let your head relax. With a breath in, lift it up halfway. You want to flatten out your back. Think shoulders, pull them back. You're engaging your lats, your wing-like muscles to the back. Hold there. Then fold forward. This time breathe in, rise all the way up. You have space between your feet, palms touch, and then hands come to heart center. Bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Try to bring your palms to touch. They might separate, but that's okay. Just try to squeeze them back together. Reach your knuckles down, puff your chest open, look up. Then fold forward, finding the same connection to your belly, to your thighs, and your palms are at your low back first. Let your head relax, then start to work your knuckles off of your low back. You could shimmy side to side, whatever feels good here. Let your head go. Just hold this as long as you can as you breathe in. Full breath out. This one, if you can't grab, you can always use a towel here and hold on to a towel. Then eventually grab your fingertips. Last one, breath in and breath out. Good, release your hands to your low back gently. Let them fall to the floor in that same ragdoll position. Reset, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, breath, hands come to the mat. This time, walk your hands to your first high plank pose. We won't be here very long. All the way up, squeezing your thighs, your glutes. Push your hands into the mat. And have that slight dome in your upper back, pulling your belly button in. Breathe in. Down dog, exhale, send your hips up and back. So warm up of the shoulders, back and forth. Inhale, plank pose, round forward like a wave. Pause there. Down dog, exhale, all the way up and back. Good, again, breathe in, high plank pose. Good, last one to your downward facing dog. Lift your hips. This time, breathe in all the way to your plank and lower to your stomach. You can use your knees if you need to, all the way down. All right, scoot back on your mat if you need. Palms are right under your shoulders. Push the top of the feet down. Breathe in, baby cobra. Lift just your chest. Rotate those shoulders back, elbows back. Hold for your inhale. Then exhale, lower. This one's called wild cobra. Take your hands off your mat all the way, both hands. Then draw your elbows forward so they're on top of your wrists. Tent your fingertips. Right away you feel a stretch in your chest. First, start with your forehead down, then breathe in, wild cobra. Lift up and hold here. Gently lower your left shoulder as you look over your right and pause. This one's a favorite. I love it. Breathe in. Stay for your breath out. Then breathe in, back through center. Exhale, switch. Right shoulder lowers down. Look over your left. Last breath out. Good. Inhale, rise back up. Cobra, lift up a little higher. Then lower back down, forehead to the mat. Keep your hands where they are. Bend your left knee, and then gently just start to roll onto your right hip. Your foot may or may not touch the ground and switch. Bend your right knee, roll up and over onto your left hip, and then back through center. 2 more. Breathe in, left leg lifts, roll, lower back down. Bend your right knee, roll up and over onto your left. Good, back through center. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Push back to a child's pose. Take your knees out wide, hips to your heels, and walk your arms forward. Lay your head down. You want this more of an active child's pose instead of totally collapsing and relaxing. You want your fingertips stretching forward so you have length along your triceps, your lats, all the way to your hips. And send your hips as far back as you can. Then you can rest your head down, but stay active here. Breathing in, full breath out. And roll up onto all fours, finding your tabletop pose. With an inhale, start with your right arm. Reach it up to the ceiling. Try to stack your shoulders. Then exhale, thread the needle. Actively reach your right arm over, or your left arm over. Set your shoulder down and stay right here. Then you crawl your opposite arm forward. For me, it's my right arm forward, left arm underneath. Hold right there. You can tent your fingers up on the right hand, then draw your right shoulder back as you look towards the ceiling. And if you pull your left hip over a little bit, you'll feel a little bit more stretch in your upper back, shoulder. Last inhale. Full breath out. Then bring your right hand back underneath. Inhale, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling, and then both hands back down. All right, opposite side, whatever side you didn't do. Breathe in, reach your right arm up, stack your shoulders. Then exhale, thread the needle. This time, reach your right arm over. You set your shoulder down, eye gaze goes the same direction. Then crawl your left hand forward to the top of your mat, and then tent your fingers up and keep rolling onto your right shoulder as you look past your right hand. Just breathing deeply in and out through your nose. And then release your left hand back, press it up. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. That's it, then back to your tabletop pose. Oh, there's a little chalk on the floor. Then crawl your hands forward, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Last time here, pedal your feet out a couple times. That's it, then breathe in, glide forward to your plank, and lower it all the way to your stomach. Untuck your toes. This time, extend your right arm out in a T. You want your wrist lined up with your shoulder. Bend your left knee. Roll up and over onto your right hip. Set your left foot down if you can, and then your head relaxes to the mat. Your left hand can take pressure off. You can add pressure by pushing into the floor. And if you need more, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Hold this stretch. Another favorite stretch. Breathe in. Breath out. Then release your left hand back down to the floor. Straighten your left leg and roll onto your stomach. And then bring your right hand in. Extend your left arm out in a T this time and line it up. Look, your wrist is lined up with your shoulder. Then bend your right knee and roll up and over onto your left hip. And you relax your right foot down to the floor and relax your head to the floor. Then same here, your right hand. You can take some of the pressure off by rolling, putting weight into it, or push into the floor with your right hand to get more opening. If you added the extended arm on side one, add it here. Just trying to stack your shoulders in one line and breathe deep in and out. And slowly release your right hand back to the floor. Stretch your right leg out, stack it on top of the left, roll back onto your stomach, bring both hands in, rock and roll. And then push up onto all fours in your tabletop pose. And last one, puppy dog. Walk your hands out in front and then drop your forehead down, hips up. Work your chest to the floor, hips towards the ceiling, and relax into it. If you have a little bit more flexibility, you can take your eye gaze forward and lower your chin towards the floor. If not, keep your forehead where it is. Last breath in, and full breath out. And take your time lifting back up. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Swing your legs off to the side. Bring your feet to the floor. Reach your arms forward and lay all the way down. Arms out in a T. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Come back through center, then bring your arms by your side, flip your palms, tuck your shoulders underneath to get more expansion through your chest, then slowly extend your right leg, and then your left, relaxing into your final Shavasana. This is when you tune in, blocking out any distractions around you, just listening to yourself breathe. And 2 more breaths on your own. Use those breaths to bring a little bit more awareness back into your body. You can start to roll your wrists around and ankles. If you always feel like you need a longer, you can stay there. And then take a full body stretch, reaching your arms up overhead, pointing your toes. And pull your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Finish it off on your right side in your fetal-like position. Your eyes can stay closed. And then gently push yourself up on back to your easy seat, exactly where we started. Eyes can stay closed or open. And same, shoulders up and back a couple times. That's it, breathe in, reach your arms out and up, palms touch, and then exhale, hands to heart center, and namaste. That's it, thank you for joining me. Tune in for the next flow. If you have any requests, please just let me know.